Hi, as promised in our bootcamp, today we will be building a web store, but now we'll just be starting this project. And in this project, you're going to learn a lot of stuff in web development. If you are out there trying to start off your development journey, especially JavaScript, this video is going to be introducing you into some advanced tricks and very important stuff you will be able to use out there. So in this project, we're going to be building a whole e-commerce. We'll build a sign-up page. We'll build um, a login page. We'll also be building a cart. Um, and then you will actually be able to see, we'll be having some cool filter where you can filter this data with some metrics. This is an e-commerce store, and this is like data from fake. We are using fake API. Let me actually show you. We are using fake store API. So basically, this API gives you everything in terms of data. You can see we have some routes for getting, and then we have some resources. So we'll be filtering this. We'll be using this API suffix store to do some interesting stuff. This is what we'll be using to build this app. So today we'll be starting off with the navigation, where we'll have our home products. It's actually working. You'll also be able to have some about, you have contact, and then you have login. Although I've not built contact because it's useless for this, but now we'll be having login, and then we'll be having sign up. So you can even have display OTP. You'll have a lot of it. So in this video, you're going to be learning a lot in terms of JavaScript, and you'll be able to build something interesting out there. So just watch the whole video from the start to the end so that you can get each and every everything that you might need out there. So let's head over to our VS Code. So so we will be building our store. So and we are going to be using create React app, and how this is how I started it. So you just be writing in your terminal npx create React, React Hub, and then we will call, in this video, we are going to be calling it our YouTube. Let's call it our dash YouTube. Our YouTube. Let's just call it our store. I think our store looks our store, our dash store. Let's just create it. So as it creates, you'll actually see some downloads coming in. We'll go over to our bootcamp. So this is a bootcamp which will teach you each and everything that you need out there when you're trying to learn each and everything. So it's an interesting course which I would recommend it to you. So always, it's a good thing if you can really try it. So head over to I have a video which I did about what we'll be doing in this video. So it's good, you just check it out, and then I'll be able to see what we'll be doing. We have a lot of things we'll be covering. So starting this weekend, we'll be starting with introduction to React. So you'll be expected, by the end of that video, you'll be able to you'll be able to know what is React. You'll be able to set up your own React app, and then you will also be able to style in React Native. So you'll be doing what you are doing here, but now in a better way, where I'll be explaining each and everything that you need to know. So it's good, you just follow up so that you can be able to understand these things in details. So it's a course which I'll be creating it myself, and will be creating it with you. So if you really want to understand something from this, kindly just go over into our, just come to just comment on our channel, so that we can really give it we can really cover it in our whole in our so that we can cover it in our course. So just make sure that you can really follow up. And then as you can see, sorry, so you can as you can see, we have our React app on here. And then let me show you how it looks like. So this is how it starts, but then we will be starting off new. So let me just open the files so that you can see how the files looks like. So it's our store. So it's how it looks like. Sorry. So I think if we refresh this, it's going to die. Yeah, because we just killed our terminal. So give me a second. Let's restart it. npm start. So it's up there. So you can see it on the right side. So yeah, and the easiest thing to do is let me just do it in another terminal. Let me just do another terminal here. So in this terminal now, I will now start working on the files that will be needed. And one thing we are going to be doing here is let's just see what is contained there. You can say we have source src, where we have our app.css, we have our app.js, we have app.test.js. So basically here it's where these guys who are building the great React app library or package are doing just a sample of how you're supposed to be testing your code. And then we have our app.js. Basically this is our entry, and we also have index.css, basically styling our entry. So for example, let's say we say margin instead of let's do 10, so that you can see in the app there's some sort of margin around the dark thing. So let me just remove it. I'll show you. We are going to be deleting these files and then starting it off. So any changes in the code, it is just reflected immediately. So they have done it a bit interestingly well to make sure that we don't have hard times doing the testing. So we have just here, this is a library which is used for testing. And then we have package.json. Basically these are this is the compiled modules. So this file is generated from this. So we'll be having all this, will be using these modules. And then we can also go on to app.js. So let's now start doing something more interesting. So first things first, we don't need the src here, so we will be deleting the whole src and then rebuilding it. That's interesting. So I actually have some interesting command. I'm using MacBook, but I think this command is also going to be running in Linux. So I will say rm, which is remove dash rf rmdir. We'll be removing the directory, then src. So you'll see we already have an error. Basically, what we're being told here is we don't have we can't resolve index.js, because basically, yeah, we don't have the index.js. So in this directory now, in the source, we are going to be rebuilding our own source. So basically, what you're going to do is make dir. You're going to be making dir src. Okay, we have already made that. You can see it's back there. So then we are going to cd to that dir. And then inside that dir, we will have we'll have two folders, not exactly two folders. We'll have like two folders containing some things inside. So a folder with many folders inside. For example, we'll have components, and then I love structuring the code in such a way that maintaining is so easy. So we'll have let's make some folders here. So the first folder will be the most famous folder. So I'll make dir one of the most interesting stuff you can learn out there, and then that is Redux. So we'll have Redux here. This folder will be for basically for state management. We don't want to have something called props drilling. So, and I think I will cover those topics when we'll be doing our I'll cover those topics when we'll be doing our bootcamp, and then we will cover them in details on how you can avoid them. And then we'll also have another dir, make dir. We'll have components. Okay. So that's another directory that we'll be having. So the structure of the folders will be looking like that. We'll have Redux, we'll have components. So let's start off with the components, or else what I think let's just save our errors. So for us to remove the error in our side, we just inside the src we'll do some files. The first one will be app.js, and then we'll have index.css for styling the index, and then we'll also have the file which is failing here, index.js. So let's first of all make the files for the src before we go into components and Redux. So the first file will be, we touch it, so we use the touch keyword, and then we do app.css. So this is where we'll be having the css files for the app.js. Then we'll also touch app.js. So the reason why this is failing is because we have basically uprooted the whole file. So it's an entry point for the React websites or React project. So, and then we'll now do we'll now touch index. Have we done index.css? No. So let's do index.css. This basically will be used to style the index.js. So let's now do the file which is failing. So we'll touch index.js. You can see we are back. But now our index.js is kind of blank. That's why we are getting a big that's why we are getting some weird logo, as you can see here. But here is where we are going to be starting. So you can see we have some small lang React here. So, and then we don't want to have like this can see here, we don't want to have like title React. So let's change it. This is where you change this title. You go to index.html, and then you just website created by using React Native. So we say we can call it our store. So once we save it, you'll see it changing. Sorry, I don't know why this is not working. Should be working. Sorry. I think I got some error. Let me see. Yeah, everything looks okay. Can't figure out why. Yeah, let's continue. I'll just show you how to resolve that in a minute. So let's just refresh it. Okay. So let's write something in the index.js. So but first, before we even go on to index.js, let's go on to building our components first. So let's cd our components, cd So after that, we are going to be building several files here. Now that we have cart, we have login, and we have register, this needs like sort of files where we store all these where we store the files. So let me just even make it a bit wide and make it wide. Let me just make this wide so that you can see it well. So yeah, it's good now. So we are going to be making directories here. We'll have cat. We'll make another directory. A directory called login. Then we will make directory. We'll make directory register. So basically these are files which will be contained. So you can see we are creating them here. And then after that, inside the components, we'll also need to do cat.jsx. Okay, the reason why we are using JSX is we want to have some sort of it's just like how we format React projects. We use JSX, and because it's easier and it's easier to implement more than just doing .js. So here we are going to be doing some other files, which is cat.js. And then we will also do this now, the planning .js, JSX, not JS. Then we'll have navbar.jsx. Sorry, so it should be Dutch. Navbar should be navbar.jsx. Navbar. Then we'll also do Dutch product dot. Basically, this page will be showing the product that we have. Products dot. It's actually products, not product, because we have many products. So we have products, and then we have, when you click on one product, the view. So we have the product, and then products. So how many files do we have here? You can see we have five files. Yeah, that's okay. So and then after that we'll go on to register. So we should cd to register the files that we made. And then ls, there's nothing there, so we'll touch index.js. We will touch index.js, and then in the login we'll now cd, then we go back, then we go back to login, and then here in the login we'll do another file, index.js. Basically these are the files which will be used to run the page. So and then we go back to components again, and then we will now touch this card product is the one which I was showing. If you had, let me actually I'll show you how this looks like. If you had something to the cart, you have the functionality of you being able to remove the products from the cart. So it's product.jsx. Now then we cd. Now we'll go back to source, okay, and then after that we can do something. We can start over with now real coding. Still we don't have any error. let's first of all sort the issue with just a second. We can even say, well, let's say let's build the index.js. Build something with the index.js. So here in the index.js, not app but index, we are going to be importing. Yeah, you can see it's responding. But React from we getting from React, okay, and then we'll also import React DOM, React DOM, React DOM from React DOM / client. Okay, that's okay. And then we'll also do an import. And okay, this is the most easiest way of doing it. You can also create a file where you can easily import it. So, but now for this, let's just use this index.css, and then we'll also be importing import app from, then we'll have /app. So we'll be importing a app, and then so the rest will be importing it later. The rest. So after that, we want to have constant root, which is now where we'll be working with. We'll be using React DOM. React DOM dot is going to be creating root, okay, and then this root it's a function inside the React DOM class, and then we'll be doing document dot get. So there's an easier way of doing it. You can decide not to delete it, so you'll get it you'll get this automatically when you use create React app. So but now I just wanted to show you by ID, and then our ID here is root, okay, and then we close that, okay, then we go on to we'll render that root.render. We'll render that, and then here we are going to be using so sorry, we have an error here. Then we can render. So we'll also be using some other famous routing library called import. Let's import it here. Import. So we can use that. Browse root router. Then we are going to get it from React router. Okay. Okay, sorry, I can see I'm not sorry, but I'm getting some weird error here. Let me show you. You can see module can't found React router DOM. So the only thing we can do here, we can just cd, and then we do npmi. We just install all the modules. It seems that this was not installed. Let's give it a second. Let's see what we have to write that down. I think we are in this. I think now we just missed something here, but you're going to be adding it in a second. So the next thing will be adding the React router DOM library. It seems that we don't have that, so let's just add it. So we will do. Let's do another npm. So let's do npm. So remove this here. So let's do npm so that we can install. I've just added it here and see it here because I'm using a specific version. I'm using version 5.2. So let's see. Let's give it a second. As we wait, let's continue with our file. So here we're going to be rendering something we call. Sorry, I think now it's okay. And see the React router thing has gone. So after that, now we'll be doing browser router. This is where we are going to be. We'll be showing our store. We'll be showing our everything. So let me just close it. Okay. Now after that, we'll now. We can even show. We can just show. Let's just show up here. Perfect. So that looked solid. So let's go on to app.js. So in the app.js, this is where we are going. Our app.js looks like this. So this is where now we are going to be building everything. So for example, this is where we are going to be having our routes. This is where we are going to be having our components. So this is what we are going to do. So the first thing is the easiest thing to do is we will import like all the files here. We will import our navbar, our home. We'll also have switch and route. We'll also have our product. We have our product, the one which we created over here. I think you can see it here. So let's start with the easiest. So the first one that we are going to be importing is let's import app first. .css import dot slash. We'll start with app. We go on to import navbar. Navbar from it's in slash components. It's in slash components and then navbar. You can see it here. And then we also need to import home from slash components, then still in. We're going to be importing home, and then we'll also import. So we also need to have switch. This is from React router DOM, React router DOM, and then we'll also have route. There's switch and route, and then this we are going to be getting this from React this one, React router DOM. So that's okay. Then we also will be getting also be getting products. We'll be getting products from we'll be getting products from /components, then we'll be getting this product. So basically this is just like getting the modules that we are using for the development. So we'll be covering some topic called code splitting in our bootcamp. So make sure you just get into our bootcamp, because I'll be explaining why we do this. We split all the code to make it easy to maintain, and then we make it a bit easier for us to bring it out. So we get import product from /components. I want to make it as low as I can so that you can learn something from this video. And then after importing product, we're going to be importing that from, you will get will import from components. You're getting our cards now from /components. Then we get cat, so it's here. So then we'll also be importing login. So basically these are just components we are importing into this file, because this is where now we'll do the actual switching. So import login from /components, then we'll get login. So then we'll also import register from /components/ register. So that's it. And then now that we would like to export all this to to index.js, our entry point. So we'll do a function. So we just do function app. So this is an ESX. I will show you this in another video. I will show you how this. I just do a video where I'll show you the kind of extensions that you need so that you can be able to get these predictions. So the first thing is we'll be having so we'll declare that, and then we also have that this JSX syntax. So this just to avoid a lot of errors coming from the file. So, and the first thing that we're going to be doing, we are going to be rendering Navbar. These are your render components. And then the next one, now that you have a Navbar there on top, and we don't want it to be switching, so what we are going to do is we are going to be switching along the other components. So a second. So I got some error here. So let me just show you. I see I'm getting an error. I've been told. So we have something acting up. So let's just silence it. So we have something missing here. So import login from. So you can see the error changed. Now we have let me just show you how this thing is looking. So we can see we have module as no exports. So I'll show you how we are going to be clearing that. So let's continue with what we are doing. So now we have Navbar here, and then I think let's just clear the error first. So let me just clear this error, and we will do export default. Of course, there are other advanced ways you can do this, but we will cover it once you get the basics. You can see now we don't have errors right now. So let's now continue. So the next thing is, after we have the navbar, we want us to be able to switch along the different. Now that we have like home, we have products and ID, so we want to be able to switch in each and every. So we'll use this switch thing, and then we'll use switch. We'll just close it. So let's close it. I know you might say the browser acting up, but no problem. I will show you how to do it. Yeah, we are still we are sorting it. So this route. So this is how you have routes. So we want to have exact. You don't want someone to be able to access like login if it's not on login. So and then the path will be home. Like this now not really home, but if you do the localhost 3000, this is where you are going to be seeing. This is what you're going to be seeing, and the component will be home. Will be equals to home. Perfect. So that's it. And then now that we have around other 5, we can just copy paste this. I will also show you how you're going to be 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, so now the next one will be products. Let's say you want to see all the products. We'll be rendering that products, and then the next one will be, now let's say you want to see a specific product, so you have to pass /products, and then you pass in the ID. This is how you pass the ID. So you just do products. Sorry, I'm having a lot of typing typos. And then you pass in ID here. This is how you pass arguments in React, and then the component will be product. I will also show you how we will be handling this with Redux. So the next component will be cat. So if you go to cat, you will be entering a cat. That one will be important here. So and then the next one will be login /login, and the component will be login. And then I think we haven't done for register, so let's copy paste, and then we do register, and then the component will be register. Okay, perfect. So this register. Okay, see this is acting up, saying register is not defined. I think this is, it just needs to refresh. So the first component you're going to be dealing with, let's write something on home so that we can have something interesting. So let's go to home.js, home.jsx. So here we'll have, so at home we'll have product, right? So we don't need to do that. So we'll import React. We'll have React here, and this will be coming from React library. Okay, and then we'll also have products. We'll also have products, import products from the slash. We'll have that products here, and then you can just use this. You don't want to get, if you use strict, this gives errors. So we'll have export default function. Of course, you can also export down at the bottom of the page. So the function name will be called home, the one that we imported, and it will not have params, but it is going to be returning. It will return a JSX. it will return a JSX. So let me show you how this looks like. Now we have been building a lot and it's not been showing. So there's another thing that we'll be doing. We'll be already we installed Bootstrap. Let me show you what I mean. Not this one, but this one. You will notice that we have font awesome here. So this is something you need, and also we are using some Bootstrap to make it easier to build this too. So and then we'll go back to this. Sorry, yeah, we were at home. Okay, so let's just continue. So we'll have a div. So you can do if you do dot, you create a div. So we won't use this. We'll use ID, and then we can call this. Although this is not something that is very much important, we can just call cursor. There's that moving cursor which is usually on top of each and every website. I will show you how it works. Carousel, example, indicators. So let's just have that, and then it will also have a class name. The class name of this div will be called. Now this is more Bootstrap, carousel, slide. So this is Bootstrap border. Do not have border, so we don't want to have any border here. And then because we are closing that's div one, we can do another div inside this. I just do dot, then you get that div, and then this carousel dash indicators. It will be carousel indicators, and here we'll have dot button. So not sorry, not that one. We'll have button dot active. So we'll have a button class active, and then here we'll have multiple stuff. So let's just make it a bit cleaner. We'll have class name. We have class name, and then type the button, and then data dash ps target will be equal to carousel example indicators. Basically, it's just the same thing. And then we'll have data ps slide dash. Let me just fast forward, switch off this browser. Slide 2 to just slide 2 to be at 0 or at home. And then the next one, we already have class name, so area content, actually area current, not content. These are just bootstrap keywords which are really easy to learn. Then we'll have that area label. I can call it slide 1, and then we close that button. So the next button, we'll have like 3 buttons looking just like that. So we can copy, Yes, yes. So now we're good to go. And then we'll also have another button. Basically, this one is going to be having will be outside this div. So we have this div here. You can see it's from here up to here. That's carousel. So we can do another div. And this div, we are going to call it. Okay, just add the buttons first. Let's do another button. We just do button dot carousel dash control dash previous. So enter. And then this button will also have multiple start point here. So it will be type, it will be button, and then it will also have data. So basically it will just have this it will have target is data dash ps dash target carousel example indicators. Okay, and then it will also have data bs dash slide costing. Basically, when you're doing when you're swiping through slides, there's usually that specific buttons you click on the end. This is what you're trying to build here. So that would be previous. Okay, and then we'll also have after that we'll also have span. We'll have span class. So have span, which will actually call carousel control brief icon. So we can call that way. And then area hidden would be equals to true. Okay, and then after that I think we messed up somewhere. Yeah, should be here. And then we go on to we'll have another span. So we just copy paste this. I think for this video we are going to be doing home until it's complete, and then we can continue the other pages in the next like 3 or 4 videos as I show you step by step how you're going to be handling this. So we go on to we'll have this as visually hidden. So and then here we'll have something. We'll have previews. Okay, and after that, and then we close that button, and then we'll need like another button looking like that exactly. So copy, and then we'll paste it, and then the next button will be carousel control. Now we have previous, now we have next. to be it will be next here. You can just change each and every, because I think now we can do command B, and then we just do next. Okay, that's okay. Now let's go on to next. And then after that, we will have a button, then div, and then we render product here. Remember, we imported some product. We'll have them here. Products. Okay. We still don't have any carousel showing now. Let me show you something really quick. After the first div, after the slide, we have how many slides? We have slide 1. We just have one slide. Okay, so slide 1, then slide 2, and we have slide 3. So let me just do something with slide 1. So for just purposes of you being able to see. So after this, we can go on to, let's build something here to show on the browser. We just stop doing. Let's do a div. The class name will be carousel inner. And this will have carousel inner. We'll be doing something with carousel inner. Then we'll do another class inside here, which will have a carousel item and a carousel item active. Okay. So as you can see in the browser, we still don't have anything, so we'll just continue doing that. Just continue building that until we get something on the browser, we get some output from the browser. So basically that's what we're going to be doing. Just a second. Sorry, now we got an error. So now we got some interesting yeah, so let's just sorry, I think we will need to sort out this first. So you can see, so we need to have some I'm still sorting out. I wanted to show you. I want to show you something. So let's use the. Let me get something. Let me get some. Let me get some image that I can show you what I'm trying to build. Let me just get this. Let me just get one image from the logo. Slash. We go back to register. Then we'll go back to SRC. Then we go back to public. I'm just using this for purposes of you being able to see. So then we go logo 192.png. Okay. So let's continue. We will have another button. So we'll have button. Basically, this is just bootstrap carousel dash control dash brief. So basically, this is the slideshow which will be appearing on top of the nav. So after this, we are going to be building nav, and then we close it. Then we will be starting off. We'll start off in the next video from where we'll be leaving. Sorry, this should be button car cell carousel control brief previous, and then inside here we will have type button data dash yes dash targets. Should just be the same as the previous one. Carousel, for example, and get us. Just give me a second. Let me just come to my data. I'm using a wireless microphone. Give me a second, I connect it so that you can hear me a bit better. So now it's good. Let's continue. So that one, and then data is slide. So this one will be equals to brief, and then we're closing that button. We have done it there. And then after that, we'll have a span dot cell control brief icon, and then this one will have a hidden will be true. I want it to be hidden by default. Then we'll have another spanning, but this one will be visually hidden. Sorry, seems there's an error. Give me a second. Yeah, the error is here. This one will be visually hidden. Visually dash hidden. Then we will have another button for the next. So we'll copy this, and then we'll do copy paste, and then we'll just change some of the metrics. So span okay, then I'll just have this will be an icon. It seems to have an error. Just a second. This one here again. Should not have this. Let me copy it. Yes, I can the same, and then this one will be button, and then we'll have next. So the second button should be next. Sorry, just a second. Not brief. We have brief. We have another button here after brief. Next. And then this one will be carousel indicators. Next. Then sparklers. Then after that, one of the area. This will be closed from the inside. Then we close div, and then so once we do the product the product component, this is where we are going to be calling it product component here. Yes, and after that we'll just close there, and then close this, and then we just close it like that. We don't have errors so far. And let me show you. Yeah, we still don't have anything, so let's build the nav. On the nav bar, we want to be really quick. Let's take like 10 minutes. Let's see. Pop it out, and then we'll import nav link from React. We'll get it from React router. And then we will also import use selector from Redux. Then now we'll have export default function nav. It'll look like this. Let's now start building Navbar. We'll have const state we'll use selector. I will explain what these modules mean, what these functions mean. Need to nav state inside. I will do that in the next video, because this video now is a bit long. Take that and cut. Okay. And then we will return. Let's try return the JSX. Now, this one will have some class name. Let's just copy paste them. This is just bootstrap. And then after that we'll have container, and container we'll have nav link. Nav link we have class name. We go to nav bar, will be Navbar brand. Then it should be going to, so this is just like routing. If you click on that link, this is what it's going to be taking you to. And then we will let's close it. Okay, stop. Okay, we're going to stop. So nothing. So I think I have another thing. Then after that, we'll have another component called button. After that, I'm just going to be pasting this because of timelines. And then inside the button, we also have a span. There's this basic bootstrap. So we have another div. This div is where now we're going to show some products. So in this div we'll have collapse, and then inside it we still have Navbar, collapse. And then we'll also have an ID in it. ID, quite a long, we call it Navbar toggle. Navbar toggle, let's just call it toggle, we just call demo, give it some weird name. And after that, I just had some love links here that we can say time. So we'll have products, about, and contacts. Then after that, we'll have another div. Let me just press it because of time. Now we'll have another div going into shopping cart. So basically, that's how it's going to be looking like. And we'll just continue now and now go to testing. For this video, we'll just be doing the normal testing for the Navbar and everything. If you follow those steps, you'll be able to get some good results. Just a second. So sorry. Let me just show you how it looks like after that. Sorry. So yes, let me show you how it looks like, and then we can continue in the next video. So this is how it looks like. We have already built our nav. You can see it's working. We can have latest products. We have e-commerce here. So the next thing I will show you how to render this. You can see the comment we did in our code. You can see it's a second. You can see where we wrote Navbar will go here. You can see product component will be going here. This is now where we'll be rendering this component we're importing here. So thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this episode. In the next episode, now we're going to be building the product component, and we'll actually get to understand Redux, and we'll also be able to display the products um, in the page, as you can see here. Let me show you. Okay. Keep on showing this. As you can see here, you can see product component will go here. So I will be showing you probably tomorrow. Thank you. See you in the next video. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell. Um, and also subscribe, because I'll be producing these videos continuously to make you really much understand. Then after this video, I'll be sharing, after doing all the videos, I think it will be around 3 episodes, I will be able to share the GitHub, the GitHub with all the code that you need, so that you can be able to practice on your own. Thank you. See you on the next video.